Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. I am just a hopeless romantic that loves to read. So today I have a giant book haul that I've done recently. Well, actually probably not giant, probably just a big book haul. It's more books than a normal person would buy. A lot of these are like sprayed edges, deluxe editions that I've been wanting and I haven't been able to find in store, so I just ordered them. A couple of them are new releases as well that I need on my physical DVR as well. So let's go through these books, and yeah, because I have a giant box. Hold on, let me show you the box. This is the box. So yeah, I have a fair few books to go through. I think we are just going to go through them, chit chat about them. Most of these books I have no idea the full preface. Like, I don't really read blurbs. Like, one thing with me, okay, when I start a book I don't read the blurb, or when I buy a book I don't read the blurb. I go in fully blind. It's either I've seen someone do a review about it or talk about the tropes or recommend it against something else, and I'm like, oh, if they like that I'll probably like that, or it has those tropes, or I kind of like that outline and preface, then I'll read it and I'll add it to my TBR. So that's pretty much how I get the books. That's why I don't really DNF books. I don't really not like books, because I trust a lot of people on the internet and I do thorough research before I buy books, and I have a long list of books that I want to read. God, how many times did I say books? Anyways, I digress. We're going to go through the books that I've purchased. We're going to talk about them. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's talk about books. So the first book I picked up, I know is on Kindle Unlimited, but it came out in the most beautiful sprayed edges and foiled cover as a paperback. So I kind of had to pick it up, and it is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Kandi Steiner. I think that's how you say it. Beautiful sprayed edges, like stunning book. Got some weight to it as well. It's like, what, how many pages? 450. Okay, so I know that this is going to be a very heartfelt book. I know that this is probably going to rip my heart out and stomp on it and then give it back to me, which is fine. We need some emotion in our lives, and books give that to me. Rex Kennedy has spent years writing the story of her life, but there's one chapter that never quite closed: Jamie Shaw. It all started with a jog, a clumsy collision, and an instant crush. But while Bee's heart skipped a beat, Jamie's eyes found her best friend instead. And just like that, her crush became her closest friend. Bound by shared memories of music, surfing, and secrets, their connection is undeniable, even as they desperately try to fight it. But between college campuses, chance encounters, and stolen moments, fate has a way of bringing them together when they least expect it, time and time again. Ooh, sounds so messy. As they wrestle their feelings and their choices that have kept them apart, both Bea and Jamie must decide if they finally are willing to risk everything for the love that's always been just out of reach. Sometimes love isn't about finding the right person, it's about the moment when everything aligns. But what if that moment never comes? Oh my god, I'm literally like welling up just reading that. Because like, I am a hopeless romantic, but it's fine. It's fine. Not everything is a happily ever after, and there's always a lesson in return, which is fine. I really want to read this. I don't know how soon I'm going to get around to reading it, but I am so glad I picked it up. Like, what is it, sprayed edge? You and only you. That's what it says. Like, oh my god. Anyways, I know a lot of people have read this. A lot of people rave about it. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, pretty much, as well. Which is a general consensus I have picked up. Again, I'm excited to actually pick up a book like this. I don't have too many like emotionally traumatic love stories like this one probably will be, so adds to my collection. So the next book I picked up is a new release, and it is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. So I have not read anything by Rebecca before, so I have no interest whatsoever in reading, I think, the Divine Rivals duology that she has. I'm not feeling that. I have never felt that. I know a lot of people either love it or hate it again, but I don't have the gravitational pull to pick up that book and read it. So I had been hearing a lot of things about this. I know it's YA, so I'm pretty sure there's no spice or anything in this, or it's closed door, which is fine. So happy with that. So I hope this reads really well in terms of plot and characters, because I really need that if I'm not getting the most intimate detail between two people. So I need plot, character development to really land and hit, and the chemistry and the yearning. I need those things. I know a lot of people have made this like a top 3 book for them, so expectations are high, which is sometimes can be a letdown. But Matilda is a young goddess blessed with humble messenger magic, carrying letters and secrets through the realms, including one of her own, a mortal boy who appears only in her dreams. 10 years ago, Vincent of Beckett wrote to Matilda on the darkest night of his life, begging the goddess he befriended in dreams for aid. But his prayer went unanswered, forever hardening his heart. That is until she arrives bearing a letter with the promise of a future beyond dreams, one that might rewrite the dark, blood-soaked ways of the gods, or end them. Okay, so we've got a bit of like little higher up power here with the gods. Oh, okay, so it might be Greek mythology, I don't know, but she's chunky as well. God, 500 odd pages, but that's all right. We love a chunky book as long as the detail is relevant. I can't do where it's like 100 pages of irrelevant stuff in a book. Okay, I can't do it. But anyways, I'm gonna give this a go. I probably will pick this up in the new year. I don't think I'll get to it this year. I have my 10 books before the end of the year that I'm trying to get through, plus a few of these that I want to get through as well. I do have some time off between Christmas and I'd say mid-January, because I work in construction and that's kind of where it shuts down for us here, at least in Australia. So I have a few weeks off to read and I'm hoping to smash through a lot. But yeah, if you read this, please leave me your thoughts, feelings and opinions on it, because I have high expectations. Now, the next book is a new release as well. It is Nightshade by Autumn Woods. Again, I know that this is on KU. However, I've heard so many good things about it to the point I couldn't resist not picking it up. I know this is book 1 in the Sorrow Song University series. I don't know how many books are going to be in this, which is fine. However, I'm not going to be reaching for this too soon. It is a book 1 in the series, and I think it is a cliffhanger at the end. I'm unsure actually. I can't remember what I saw about it, but I am intrigued. Okay, so Ophelia Winters wants revenge. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands. Okay, setting tick. Sorrow Song University only welcomes students of the most powerful families. Ophelia doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the perfect opportunity to investigate the accidental death of her parents near the castle grounds. Ooh, we got a mystery. So things get off to a rocky start when she turns a fall to mysterious Alex Cobu Green. I think that's Cobu Green, I don't know how to say his last name, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he is just a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding beneath the beautiful facade. So it must be like modern day, if we've got billionaires, you know. So when an unknown tormentor begins to stalk Ophelia, she realizes she may not be able to survive Sorrow Song on her own. Alex becomes her unexpected ally and her alibi for murder. Juicy. This sounds messy. But as she starts falling for the soft heart that hides behind his hard exterior, her hunger for revenge wavers for the first time. Can she really bring herself to destroy everything he's ever known? This sounds juicy, it sounds messy, it sounds really intriguing actually. So we're in Scotland, kind of like a forbidden school kind of thing, or really hard school to get into. Right, sounds really upper class as well, very bougie I would imagine. So again, I don't know if I'm going to be reaching for this straight away, but I definitely do want to read it because I don't have too many Scottish books. I think I have read Lock and Key. Actually that's about it. I don't think there's any other Scottish books that I've read or listened to, so I know I'm going to love this purely with the Scottish background. Initially I'm just going to have like a Scottish accent in my ears, I reckon, with this one. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So my next book is a book 4 in a series. I haven't read it yet. It is a small town cowboy romance. It's Paisley Hopes. I actually don't even know what the series is called, if I'm being honest. I don't think it says it here. It doesn't say. but I'm pretty sure they're like interconnected standalones. So this is Free in the Wild. I've heard nothing but great things about Paisley Hope and her books, so I think that's why I keep buying the books. However, I will read the series. Like, they aren't that chunky, to be fair. Most of the books, what are they, like 330-40 pages? So I think maybe I'll do like a reading vlog week where I just read this series or anything by Paisley Hope. Rising country star Casey Spencer's music career is just taking off when tragedy strikes mid-tour. Seeking solace, she retreats to rural Kentucky to escape the spotlight and visit her family. Hayden Westbrook, the charming heartthrob of Laurel Creek, only wants one thing: a peaceful life tending to the Silver Pines Ranch and his rescue horses. Oh, my heart already. But when free-spirited Casey hurricanes back into town, his world turns upside down, naturally. Especially since the last time he saw her ended with a steamy night in his truck. Ooh, they have history. Messy. We love that. They promised it'd be a one-time thing, but now as Casey and Hayden spend more time together, their undeniable chemistry reignites. Casey's stay at Silver Pines was meant to be temporary, but as their spring fling turns into something deeper, can Hayden convince her to stay? Oh, it's giving like Hannah Montana vibes with the whole pop star romance, you know? I really enjoyed When in Rome by Sarah Adams, which is kind of like a similar preference. The MMC in that was like a pie shop owner in the small town. So having the cowboy with rescue horses, I know I'm probably going to love this. I am in my small town cowboy romance era. That is all I am gravitating towards at the moment, and it is what I am devouring, and I am going through these like you would not believe. So yeah, I know I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to love it. Now the next one is book 2 in a series. It is The Defender for Ana Huang. It is her Gods of the Game, I think, series. Gods of the Game? Where is it? Yeah, Gods of the Game series, okay? I have read the Twisted series. I loved Twisted Games the most, and Twisted Lies was a close second. Didn't like Twisted Hate, and Twisted Love was okay. Okay? So, I've read those. For her King of Sin series, I have them all up to date. I have listened to King of Wrath. Again, that's another series I actually need to read. However, this is a sports romance, and I love sports romance. I have read a soccer romance. It was called The Long Game, and I can't remember who it was by, but I loved that whole small town soccer romance. So having the professional romance side to having just an athlete as well, I think I'm really going to enjoy, because the Windy City series was kind of like that, with a few of the players being high profile. So I know I'm probably going to enjoy it. As the captain of Black Castle Football Club and one of the highest paid athletes in the game, Vincent Dubos, I think that's how you say it, Dubis, should be on top of the world. But when his fame brings danger to his doorstep, he finds himself in his worst nightmare scenario, secretly sharing a flat with his coach's daughter, knowing full well she's far too big of a temptation for him to resist. Oh my god, we've already got coach's daughter. So when his new living arrangement escalates into a bet that throws them even closer together, he realizes he's in deeper trouble than he thought. Oh fuck, that sounds messy. He's always played to win, but for her, he might just risk it all. Ooh. As a sports nutritionist and daughter of the legendary coach, Brooklyn Armstrong is used to dealing with hostile athletes. However, no player gets under her skin like Vincent, her best friend's infuriating, cocky, and gorgeous brother. She left California hoping for a fresh start, and he's exactly the kind of distraction she needs. Now he's sleeping in the room next to hers while her career is up in the air and her defenses are crumbling. But no matter how many sparks fly between them, the relationship between the captain and the coach's daughter could never work, could it? Oh, those are two tropes that I am obsessed with at the moment. Brother's best friend and coach's daughter. Like, I am eating those up currently as well this year. Have been a fave trope, climbing up my trope ladder. So I know I'm probably going to really enjoy this. I know a lot of people didn't really think Striker hit. I haven't read it yet, but I will eventually get around to it. But I know book 2 hit a lot more for people than what book 1 did, which is normal. And I feel like with book 1 and book 2, because you compare the two, one is going to hit more than the other. I rarely have read series where book 1 hits the exact same as book 2. Like, that's a rare occurrence. in my opinion and what I've read. Like I haven't read a bunch, but I've read a lot. But anyways, so yeah, if you have read this series, please let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Now, the next two are my seasonal books that I want to read for Christmas, for the vibes, okay? And they're both by my favorite author that I have discovered this year, and that is B.K. Borison, who wrote First Time Caller. I am obsessed with that book, and I cannot wait for book 2 to come out. So I have Lovelight Farms, which is in part of the interconnected standalone. There's 4 books. They're each placed in like a different season. So obviously this is winter with Christmas, and then there's In the Weeds, which is autumn, Mixed Signals, which I think is summer, and then I think there's another one for spring. So basically, in an effort to save the Christmas tree farm she's loved since she was a child, Stella enters a contest with Insta-famous influencer Evelyn St. James. With the added publicity and a huge cash prize, she might just be able to save the farm from its financial woes. There's just one problem. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said that she owns Lovelight Farms with her boyfriend. Only there is no boyfriend. Enter best friend Luca Peters. Best friends to lovers. We love that trope. Gosh. He just came home for some hot chocolate and somehow got a farm and in a serious relationship in the process. Messy. Will their fake love affair save Lovelight Farms in time for Christmas? That sounds really endearing. I am loving that. I also picked up Good Spirits as well. So I picked up this one, and it's got the beautiful candy cane sprayed edges. I love them. They're so cute. This is a paranormal ghost of Christmas past kind of thing, I think. Nolan Callahan intends to spend the holiday season exactly like every other, haunting the terrible people of Analopolis in his aimless existence as Ghost of Christmas Past. We have a haunting paranormal ghost. Fun. Harriet York is a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her. So when Nolan is assigned the sweeter than candy canes antique shop owner for holiday haunting, neither of them have any idea why. To escape one another, Harriet and Nolan must unravel the threads that bind them together, all by Christmas Eve. Hand in hand, they uncover each other's paths, but why is it that Nolan doesn't want to let her go? And might Harriet be the key to giving the ghost of Christmas past a future? I don't know how you can fall in love with a ghost, but I'm here for it. Let's give this a whole whirl. So those are both my Christmas reads that I'm going to read this Christmas, because I want to be festive. And I have read Picnic Energy by Kristen Bailey, which I loved. That I got the ARC for that. I think that came out end of October 21st. So I highly recommend picking that up as well. So the last 2 books that I picked up were the deluxe editions of Quicksilver and Brimstone. Brimstone is the new release. These are both by Callie, Hart. So this is book 1 and book 2. I got the foiled edges because why not? I have the original cover of Quicksilver and I loved it. I don't know why I got so much hate, because I don't like these covers. Like, it literally says Callie, Hart and then Quicksilver all in the same title. Yeah. Anyways, I got the deluxe editions because I know that this is a duology, and I think we're getting the last book next year as well. So I read Quicksilver start of 2025, so this year. Loved every single second of it. Kingfisher is the man. So I needed to pick up book 2 to read. I want to try and read this before the end of the year and add that to my 10 before the end, because I think I only said like 9 books in that, but I don't know. I'm waiting for the hype to kind of digress, because I know this book is copying so much flack for the editing, which I get. Some people really want that professionalism when reading a book, and I don't think that this gives it, which is fine for me. We're humans, okay? We have humans writing it, we have humans reading it and editing it. It's bound to happen. Not everything's going to be perfect, especially when you have so many people going, when is it being released? Hurry up and write the book, blah, blah, blah. So I feel for her. I feel for the pressures of her publisher as well and her editors, but anyways, I'm not going to be the one to bash the editing. But yeah, got these 2 as well. So those are the books that I have recently bought. That was a lot. I don't normally buy that many a one go, but I did, because I was on a book buying band, and then I was like, no, books make me happy, so let's go buy books. So yeah, if you have read any of those, if you have any other suggestions now that you kind of know what I'm reading or what I'm into or what I'm going to read and the authors, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like. If you want to see more videos from me like this, subscribe, hit the bell button, and yeah, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a beautiful day or night, and happy reading. Bye.